Hey guys, what's good? It's Ray. Mario Kart Tour has been out for 15 days at this point, and yes, it was received extremely poorly, it went through a lot of controversies, and let's put it out there, I hate the game. But despite all of that, I can't really blame Nintendo for creating or publishing a game like Mario Kart Tour, and there's multiple different reasons for that. So as some of you may know, I am a commerce student, so today, let's see through the professional eyes of a professional marketing person, why despite Mario Kart Tour being such a horrible video game and such a pure money grabber with no effort put into it, I still can't really blame Nintendo. Let's check it out. Hey guys, so in this video I want to talk about Mario Kart Tour, which has recently received a lot of hate. According to websites like IGN, UK Metro, or Metacritics, this game was not received well at all. And it's completely reasonable. This is a horrible video game in every single sense possible. For those of you who don't know, Mario Kart Tour is the first Mario Kart game to come to the smartphone. And let's just put it out there, it's a pretty damn bad game. I don't know what's the problem with Nintendo and flipping the screen into horizontal mode, but this is literally the first racing game I've seen on a phone before that plays a racing mobile game in vertical mode. That doesn't make any sense in my opinion. On top of that, speaking of the controls, well, the cars move by itself, so all you have to do is decide the direction it goes in. You can drift, but you can only choose to drift or drive normally. Yes, in this game, drifting and turning directions normally are mutually exclusive options. You can only choose one out of two at a time. I honestly don't understand how that's a thing, and how exactly that makes any sense. But if you're worried that those horrible controls that doesn't make any sense is gonna make you fall off the cliff, especially on maps like Rainbow Road or something, don't even worry about it, because in this game there's invisible walls everywhere. I was literally trying to prove a point, so I played a game on the Rainbow Road and I was just trying to drive out of bounds and it wouldn't let me. So you don't need to worry about that, and that's not a good thing. So to start with, the very core of any video game, gameplay, is already incredibly wacky, but not in a fun way, so not wacky, just bad. On top of that, the game is also a pay-to-win game with incredibly limited content. The game has a lot of cups, and by that I mean a lot of cups. But there is only 12 courses in total, so realistically you're just playing those 12 courses over and over again. In 30 minutes, I think I've played every single course the game had to offer, which 10 of them were from other Mario Kart games anyways, which I've already played in the past. On top of that, as I literally just said, this game is also a pay-to-win game. So in the game there are pipes where you can pull for more characters, karts, and gliders. Yes, it's Nintendo's version of loot box. So with the courses you run, you try to get as many stars as you can, and the number of stars you get is based on your performance in the race and what place you become in the end. But with every race, if you have certain characters, you can get more items, which make the course a lot easier because you will be getting 3 items as to 1 or 2 every time you run into an item box. And with the in-game performance, if you have the correct karts or gliders, you can 3 times the score you get. So later in the game, when the standard for getting 5 stars increase and you don't have the correct karts, characters, or gliders, you can easily find yourself stuck in a position where you do excellent for the whole course. Not so much of a course anyways, but you do excellent for the course, you get first, you do amazing in the whole race, and you still don't get 5 stars. Whereas if you got all the top gears, by that I mean 3 item characters, 3-star gliders, and 3-star karts, then you can go like 4th or 5th in an 8 people race and still get 5 stars. And what's the fastest way of getting those amazing karts, characters, and gliders? Loot boxes. Sorry, I mean pipes. Now, you might be thinking, no, it's fine, I won't spend a single penny, I'll just grind my way through and buy all the characters I need with gold coins, which can be earned in-game. Well, this game limits you to 300 golds earned per day, so combine that with some bonuses you may get when leveling up, you will get 500 gold coins per day tops out. And any rare character you will be able to find in a shop costs upwards of 2,000 to 3,000 gold coins. So your grinding for like 5 to 6 days is equivalent to people throwing money into it and just getting them from the pipes. Speaking of that, according to Nintendo enthusiasts, the appearance rate of Mario himself as a character in Mario Kart Tour from a pipe is 1%. 1%. So let's do a little bit of maths. If you want to get Mario in Mario Kart Tour, yes, the character this game is named after through a pipe, then your best choice is obviously using the 10 pipe draws, which costs 45 gems. And if you do that 10 times, then you have a fairly sufficient, highly likely chance of getting Mario himself. So let's do the math. 450 gems. The best way to do so is by 3 135 gem packs and 148 gem packs, which here in Australia combines to 372 Australian dollars. To put it in perspective, here in Australia, if you put down $40 more, you will be able to buy a Nintendo Switch Lite and a copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. And if you put in $100 more, you will literally be able to buy yourself a brand new Nintendo Switch V2. And I don't even want to talk about its stupid monthly subscription for $6 a month. It's, oh my, I'm just not going to talk about it. It's, in every sense, just a pure money grabbing game. So no matter how you look at this game, it's a pure money grabber and it's got zero to no effort put into it. But after the initial outrage, where I played it for like 2 days, got pissed off at it, put it down for 10 days, never wanting to see it or play it again, I actually started thinking and reached the conclusion that I can't really blame Nintendo for publishing a game like this. In fact, I believe, personally, that you and I, consumers, have more blame than Nintendo themselves. And let me explain myself there. So in late December 2016, Nintendo released its first mobile game published by first-party Nintendo, Super Mario Run. It was a game where initially at launch charged players $10 for the full package. Like any other Nintendo game you can buy on any console, they charge you $10, you're off with the game, and that's that. And God, did people receive that well. According to Wikipedia, the game was downloaded more than 50 million times in the first week of launch. Sounds all good, right? But only 3% of the players who downloaded it actually took out $10 and bought the game. In the reception section of Wikipedia, it is said that the app had a 2.5 out of 5 star rating within 3 days of launch. It's proven that for mobile gamers, they don't like paying first and then playing the game. So in 2017, Nintendo thought, oh, that didn't work out, now we have to change things up a little bit. And they released Fire Emblem Heroes, another mobile game that was free to play, but surprise, surprise, it was a game with microtransaction and loot boxes. And let's check out what exactly happened to them. According to Wikipedia, this game stacked up $28.2 million in the first week, which almost doubles Super Mario Run at $16 million. And by the end of Nintendo's 2016 fiscal year, the game has already officially exceeded and outperformed Super Mario Run in sales numbers. Just think about this. What signal is the market sending Nintendo? They made 2 different games with 2 different models, and one performed way better than the other one in terms of making them money. If you are a company manager, which one would you go with in the future? I mean, hell, Kimishima himself even said that we honestly prefer Super Mario Run model, but in the future we will consider not only a single set price, but other methods that incorporate a wider variety of elements that allows as many consumers as possible to play. In the simplest language, essentially what Kimishima is saying is, we prefer our traditional way of doing things, but you guys ain't buying it, so here's microtransaction. Look guys, I'm not trying to defend Mario Kart Tour in any way possible. This game is a pure money grabber, it's got no effort put into it, and on top of that, it's just a bad video game on its own. But can we really blame Nintendo for this? They tried to deliver a game with a traditional pricing strategy. You paid for it once, and you get the whole game. Consumers didn't like it, or at least 97% of the consumers that's using a mobile phone did not like it. So they released Fire Emblem Heroes, a game with microtransaction and loot boxes. And hell yeah, let's throw twice as much money at this game because we all hate loot boxes. How does that make any sense? Look guys, I'm not trying to say it's any of your fault. In fact, I'm pretty sure that most console gamers probably don't play mobile games extensively as far as my knowledge. But in a broad sense, it was the consumer's choice. The blame is on those people that's willing to pay hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars on these microtransaction games to get an advantage against players that just straight up grind. It's really dead simple. If you don't like microtransaction and you don't like loot boxes, then don't pay for any of them if you are a mobile gamer. I can't help but think that if the sales numbers of Super Mario Run and Fire Emblem Heroes were the other way around, or more extremely, if Super Mario Run made $40 million and everybody loved it, and Fire Emblem Heroes was so hated because of loot boxes and microtransaction and they couldn't make any money off that, would Mario Kart Tour be a different game to what we're seeing today? So that's it guys, that's kind of my thoughts on Mario Kart Tour. Initially, this video was actually only going to be me talking about why I don't blame Nintendo through the eyes of a commerce and marketing student, I guess. But later in the video, I did get quite emotional because, like most of you out there, I absolutely hate microtransactions and loot boxes. It's not that I can't afford them, it's just that I think it's the worst gaming mechanisms you can come up with. I think video games are supposed to be entertaining in that it provides a fair world, which we often don't get in real life. It is a world where everyone enjoys the game fairly and equally, and the only competition should come from the skills you have in the game instead of, you know, how much money you have outside of the game. So I really hope no one ever buys microtransactions and loot boxes ever again, because I seriously don't like the mechanisms. I hope that model of gaming dies forever. Anyways, what is your opinion on this issue? Do you like loot boxes or microtransactions, or do you hold the same opinion as I do? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!